In sales, we all want more business. The challenge is when it comes down to selling skills, there is a right and a wrong way to do it. In the 2013 movie Gold, starring Matthew McConaughey, he gives us a great example of what not to do and what to do. And in this video, I'm going to break it down so you can have key takeaways on your next selling presentation on how to close the deal without being salesy. Let's get started. So the first mistake that he makes in this first sales pitch is getting right into selling. He doesn't know anything about the prospect's needs. He has not asked any questions. He's built no rapport. Watch this.
All right, here is what we have. We are developing some very exciting properties that are spot on for your investor profile. Low buy-in with a sizable upside. And the beautiful part is they are all only 12 to 18 months and cash positive.
Manitoba?
Yeah, we picked up an option on a skip claim at an auction.
Right, but it's a 90-day option.
Yes, the window is narrow. But if you have a look at the geo, you'll see a very promising shell formation that hasn't been tapped yet.
Now, if that wasn't bad enough, the prospect turns right around and speaks to Matthew McConaughey's character and gives them an immediate objection. And before the prospect even finishes, McConaughey makes three massive mistakes. He gets defensive. He shows emotion. He shows the prospect that he is attached to the outcome versus detaching from the outcome. And instead of asking the prospect another open-ended Socratic style question, he does something weird with his hands, hoping that maybe his hand gesture is going to close the deal. Watch.
Mr. Wells, WashU has a practical value hovering just above zero. Your debt load is untenable, and you bring us raw land with no infrastructure, no fungible assets. I mean, you can't possibly expect us to underwrite this.
Yeah, I'm talking about a small offering here. As I said in the beginning, a low buy-in. Now, if you'll take a second look at the geo, you will see what I see. And that's money.
Now, Matthew McConaughey's character does such a bad job in this sales presentation that the prospect ends the meeting immediately. Now, McConaughey's character gets better, and later in the movie, he's got another crack at a different sales opportunity where he gets much better. Later in the movie, he meets with a guy named Mike. Mike is a gold miner, and McConaughey's character wants to sell Mike on mining for gold so they can strike it big and obviously try to get rich. Now, one thing to note, Mike is a driver personality. And as a salesperson, you need to know, who are you communicating with? Which four personality styles are you meeting with? And knowing this is going to make your sales approach much different. And in this scene, McConaughey does a great job communicating with a driver personality. So the prospect comes right out and asks McConaughey's character, listen, why are we meeting? And instead of getting defensive, instead of getting emotional, he stays calm, confident, and is very direct with Mike. Watch.
What are we talking about here?
Ring of fire, Mike. Ring of fire.
I'll play my greatest hits. Fire's gone out of that one.
Well, what are you talking about?
After Mike responds, McConaughey finally starts asking Socratic-style questions. He gets Mike to open up because remember, the one asking questions, the one listening is the one in control.
It's the opinion of my fellow esteemed geologists. The whole thing I'm quoting here, it's a crock of shit.
McConaughey continues to get stronger throughout the presentation. Watch how he responds. The prospect is showing signs of light, but McConaughey doesn't jump on it. He stays calm, and he shows the prospect this time that he is, in fact, detached from the outcome and simply asks the prospect another Socratic-style question versus trying to sell him anything.
Well, what the hell, you called it wrong. What are you going to do?
There's no right or wrong in this business. There's only hits and misses. Just gold here.
Now something magical happens. Remember, in this movie, McConaughey goes to try and sell this character, Mike, this gold miner, on, mining for gold, striking it big. And he uses something that we teach all of our students and uses our reverse selling strategy to get Mike to sell him. Watch this.
Glad you said that, Mike. I truly am. Because I believe you.
I hate to dash your hopes, but you think others have come along before you with the same thought, and for the looks of it, deeper pockets.
Ring of Fire is real, Mike.
Now, at this point, the prospect, Mike in this case, tries to regain his position because he's really given up a lot of information because of how well McConaughey is asking questions. He's using the Socratic method. He's using reverse selling to get the prospect to really open up, to really share a lot. Here's where things get really good. McConaughey starts to bring the prospect back towards his motivation, towards his pain, towards his goals. Watch his body language, how he leans into the prospect, his tonality, and then his voice inflections, and the incredible eye contact that he makes with Mike.
I knew it the first time I heard it struck me like a fucking lightning bolt, and I never forgot it. I'll go ahead and laugh. I get that all the time. But hear this. I don't just believe. I know.
No, you don't.
I've seen it.
You don't understand. No one will back me.
I will.
At this point in the meeting, Mike is still very hesitant. He's very resistant to want to work with McConaughey's character. But he's starting to turn. He's starting to get excited at this opportunity to work with McConaughey to make his dreams a reality. And McConaughey can feel it. So McConaughey uses another thing that we teach all of our students in reverse selling, and that is inspiring Mike, or the prospect in this situation, by creating a vision of the end result.
You tell me where you want to dig, Mikey, and I'll make goddamn sure the bills are paid.
No offense, Wells, but you both of you had to rob someone just to get here. You know nothing about me.
You know it's still out there. You didn't know that. I can see in your eyes you still believe. I get it. And I was born on the side of a mountain, too. My father scratched everything he ever owned out of a fucking rock. I died with dirt under his fingernails, and I intend to do the same. This business wrote me off years ago. Well, maybe you're not running the hottest end of your career right now either, so let's prove them all. You and me, let's prove them all fucking wrong. And you know why? You do know why, because the Ring of Fire is right, Mike. You called it. Just haven't found it yet.
Now, the best part. McConaughey uses something called a reverse close, which is essentially removing all the pressure from the prospect to say yes, giving them an out. But when done correctly, the prospect can't resist.
Tell me I'm crazy. Be on the next plate.
You're crazy. You have a hat, Wells?
Yeah, I got a hat. Are we going somewhere?
Boom, he closes the deal. Key points to take away. 1, never pitch your product or your service unless you've uncovered the prospect's real pain, real motivation. 2, use Socratic style questions to get the prospect to open up to you so you can uncover their actual pain, motivations, and needs. Number 3, stay calm when you hear the prospect's pain. When you think your product or service can help, don't jump on it. Don't start selling just yet. Number 4, detach 100% from the outcome. Show the prospect that you don't care whether they buy or not, only that you can help them solve their problem. Number 5, Use a reverse close at the end of your presentation, removing the solution, which is your product or service, completely from the table. This will make your offer, your product or service, irresistible to the prospect. So if you want to learn more about my reverse selling approach over the phone, watch this video right here where I give you 7 specific tips for using reverse selling strategies over the phone.